guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Again, my name is Harold, and in this video, we're going to talk about macronutrients, aka macros. Let's go! But before we dive into our topic, which is macronutrients, siguro I just want to answer yung isang question ng kaibigan ko. May possibility daw ba na magkaroon pa rin siya ng abs even if ni isa sa family members niya or wala sa lahi nila ang may abs? So the answer for that is yes, there's a 100% possibility na magka-abs pa rin siya. Well, honestly, nung una akala ko rin di ako magkaka-abs. Kasi nga, wala din naman sa family members namin ang may abs. Well, except for my eldest brother na nagkaroon ng abs pa rin. But other than him, wala na. Yung mga kapatid ko, medyo malalaki yung tiyan. Even my father himself has a big tummy. So, the answer for that is, again, yes. There's a big chance na magkaroon ko pa rin ng abs. Paano? Well, we will go back to our previous video, which our topic is calories. So, babalik pa rin tayo sa calorie deficit. So, in order for your abs to show up, is calorie deficit. Yun lang talaga yan. All of us, meron naman talagang abs or abdominal muscles. So, nako-cover lang siya ng fats. So, para mawala yung fats na yun, kailangan ng calorie deficit. If you want to have your abs develop, again, progressive overload ng exercise pa rin. But, anong connection ng genes sa abs? Classic example is the Arnold Schwarzenegger, Mr. Olympia, Mr. Universe, and of course, the Terminator. So, we all know that Arnold has 4 packs of abs only. So, kung titingnan mo yung mga previous pictures ni Arnold, meron lang po siyang 4 packs of abs. So, that has something to do with the genes. So, may mga tao na ang genes nila ay 6 packs of abs. May mga genes na merong 8 packs of abs. But there are also individuals na 4 lang ang abs. So, in terms of the form and what types of abs you have. But other than that, again, you can have abs even if wala sa lahi nyo. Ayos yun, ikaw lang may abs sa family mo. Alright, so let's dive in now to our main topic, which is macronutrients. Okay, so when we say macronutrients, we talk about carbs, protein, and fats. So that comprises your macronutrients. Per gram of that macronutrients, for example, per gram of carbs contains 4 calories. Per gram of protein contains 4 calories as well. Sa fats naman, per gram contains 9 calories. So, more than double of carbs and protein. Kaya minsan iniiwasan or minimize. Kaya minsan konti lang ang intake ng fats kasi nga napakalaki ng calories nito. What is calories nga ba? Just to review our previous video about calories. So, kung di mo pa nakikita or napapanood yung vlog natin about calories, you can watch it later. I'm going to put the link down below. With that previous video, we talk about everything about calories. When we say macro, it means large or huge, big amount of nutrients. Alright, so let's start first siguro with protein. It is very important to metabolism. It is also important, very important in diet because it contains all the essential amino acids. And of course, protein, siya ang responsible for the growth and development of the muscles as well. So for someone who is trying to build muscles like me, I would say that this is the most important macronutrients. By the correct intake, kung tama ang pagkain mo ng protein, it will help you recover from your workout. It also preserves your muscle mass pag correct ang diet mo. And of course, it will help your muscles grow in a faster rate. But then again, we have to remember that protein contains calories like the other macronutrients. And of course, excess calories will then make you fat. So the question is, okay lang ba na kuhain ko na lang lahat ng calories ko sa protein macronutrients? Or okay lang ba na kuhain ko na lang yung calories ko sa protein? Well, pwede naman. It's possible, but it's too expensive. And of course, it will not complete your nutrients. Kaya nga dapat siya balance. Okay lang ba na kunin ko lahat yung calorie intake ko sa protein? I would say no, because kailangan pa rin natin ng balanced macronutrients. But some of the bodybuilder would get all their calorie sources from protein. Yun nga lang, it's very expensive. For example, lahat ng kinakain mo ay karne or may likas na steak. Of course, that's too expensive. And some of the guys would get their protein from whey powder. And whey powder is actually expensive as well. Another question is how much protein you need to take. The rule of thumb for if you want your muscles to grow is at least 1 pound of your body weight. So the rule of thumb is at least 1 gram per pound of your body weight or 2.2 grams per kilogram of your body weight. So for example, ako ay nasa 69 kilograms. So 69 kilograms times 2.2 is around 159. So it's actually 152 kilogram. That is 152 grams of protein per day. Dapat ang ini-intake ko in a day in order for your muscle to grow faster. And of course, don't forget to calculate your calories from your protein sources. For example, for me, my required protein intake in a day is 152. That's times 4 is 607 calories na agad yun. Meron ka pang carbs and fats. And there are two types of proteins. We have complete and incomplete protein. Pag sinabing complete protein, ito yung mga 9 essential amino acids. For example, chicken breast, the red meat, whole eggs, egg whites, the tuna, salmon, the lean pork. When we talk about incomplete protein, ito naman yung mga incomplete. Hindi kompleto yung 9 essential amino acids. Ano ito mga to? Mostly vegetables, nuts, seeds, legumes, grains. So I'm not saying that incomplete protein is bad. Okay lang. If you are a vegetarian, okay lang yun. If you want to get all your proteins from those sources, then that's definitely fine. But of course, it's better if you get all your proteins from complete 9 essential amino acids. And definitely, mas better kung combination sila. Now, bakit ba umiinom ng whey protein? Actually, whey protein powder is only a supplement. When we talk about supplement, dagdag lang. So when you talk about supplement, it's something that completes or addition. If you're having a hard time completing your protein requirement in a day, the easiest way to complete that is through whey protein powder. So yun lang yun. It's not necessary na uminom ng whey protein pag gusto mong mag-grow ang muscles mo. But again, if you're having a difficulty in completing your protein intake or requirements in a day, that's the best way. Whey protein powder. So if you notice, nagbago yung camera setting. Nalobat yung camera na ginagamit ko to record. And I'm just going to use my iPhone instead. Alright, so to wrap up the protein, in order for you to have optimal results, again, you have to take much of that protein requirement. Alright, so let's move on to fats. When we talk about fats, aka triglyceride, lipids, what is the importance of fats? So, meaning important siya sa diet to provide essential amino acids. It is also responsible for the muscle growth. It regulates our hormones, especially testosterone. Meaning, lower testosterone means lower muscle growth and slower fat loss. And we also have fat-soluble vitamins such as vitamin A, vitamin D, vitamin E, and vitamin K. It is also responsible to maintain your body temperature. Kaya diba, minsan, when you reach your weight goal, pag nagka-cutting ka, or cutting phase, during your cutting phase, I experienced that myself when I reached my less than 10% of my body fats. Madali akong lamigin. That means fats will actually help you maintain your body temperature. But then again, we have to remember that fat per gram contains 9 calories. So any stored excess fats or any stored excess calories that comes from fats will give you fat, aka adipose tissue. Mostly, nag-store siya dito sa lower side ng tummy natin. So ito yung isa sa mga pinakamahirap na alisin. Alright, one more thing that we have to remember, or the importance that you need to know about fats is kailangan natin iwasan ng trans fats. So what is trans fats? It is an unsaturated fats. Para saan ba ito? Well, actually, ito ay ginagamit artificially to lengthen the shelf life of a food. So many studies would say that we should limit food that has trans fat. These are the reasons kaya nagkakaroon tayo ng diseases. Ba't kailangan natin siyang iwasan? There are many studies that would link diseases by these trans fats. So basically, you just have to limit intake of trans fats. And of course, what are the best sources of fats that we can find in nature? Of course, if you're in a bulking phase and you need to have fats or more calories, you can get fats from, number 1 is peanut butter, nuts, of course, avocados, vegetable oils, olive oils, fish oils, cashew nuts, almonds, of course. So if you're in a cutting phase, pag nagka-cut ka or in a calorie deficit, I would suggest 20 to 25% of your total calories in a day. Pwede na. So for example, your daily calorie intake is a total of 2,500 and you just have to take siguro mga 25% of fats. So 2,500 times 0.25 since it's 25%. So that is around 625 calories lang. So the remaining calories, kukunin mo na sa protein and sa carbs. Alright, so that's it for fats, and let's move on to the carbs. Alright, let's move on to carbohydrates or carbs, aka saccharides. These are the mono, di, polygo, and oligo. What is the importance of saccharides? So most of the time, ito yung mga nami-misunderstood natin about carbohydrates. And most of the time, iniiwasan natin to. Especially for us Filipinos, mahilig tayo sa kanin, di ba? I have a friend na tinigil niya ng pagkain ng kanin. Bakit? I even asked him, his family members, bakit di na siya kumakain ng kanin. Kasi daw nakasanayan niya na. In order for you to, why you're doing that is because you have a purpose. So bakit mo ba iniiwasan ng isang bagay? Of course, you have a purpose. And what is that? Of course, in my mind, gusto niyang pumayat. The problem is, hindi nga siya kumakain ng kanin. Wala na system niya. Kumakain naman siya ng tinapay, fruits, and other sources of carbohydrates. Which is okay naman. Wala namang problema. Pero if your purpose is to lose weight, then it has nothing to do with the rice. So kailangan calorie deficit pa rin. Alright, kasi people think that we get the fats or the fat cells from the carbohydrates, which is not. Hindi galing yung pagkataba mo sa carbohydrates. Hindi lang dahil doon. So it is a balance, or it is a total of calorie intake that you get in a day. Well, totoo naman na eating too much of carbohydrates or sugary foods will make you fat, but also eating fats and protein in excess will also make you fat. And of course, just like yung protein, carbohydrates actually has its important role para makapag-build ka rin ng muscle. And of course, the primary source ng energy natin for our muscles is glycogen. And where we can get the glycogen, of course, sa carbohydrates na tinatake natin. Alright, so you can restrict from taking carbohydrates but never ever eliminate them from your diets. Bakit? Kasi essential nga siya. So, when you eliminate your carbohydrates from your diet, ang magsasuffer, of course, is your muscles. Bakit? Well, you don't have that energy to work out. You don't have the energy to do progressive overload, which is responsible for your muscle to grow as well. Alright, we have two types of carbohydrates. We have the simple and the complex. So when we talk about simple carbohydrates, these are the sugars, white rice, cake rice, the juices, the sodas, the Coke, Sprite, and all that. And of course, pag sinabi kasi natin simple carbohydrates, ito yung mga easily digesting carbohydrates. So, madali itong pumasok sa bloodstream natin. Ito yung mga reasons kaya nag-spike or nag-heighten yung blood sugar. And of course, spike in insulin is not bad depending on the situation. So, kailangan pa rin balance. When you talk about naman complex carbohydrates, ito yung mga slow digested carbs. For example, brown rice, oats, nuts, legumes, whole grains, of course, most of the vegetables such as carrots, sweet potatoes, and other root crops. So unlike the simple carbs, complex carbs doesn't give you that burst energy that you need. Instead, they supply a steady flow of carbohydrates in your bloodstream. Hindi sila yung nakapag-trigger ng insulin in your system. So the ideal time siguro to take complex carbs is after your workout or post-workout meal. Alright, so that's it for the macronutrients. I hope you liked the video. If you're excited for another video that will be posted soon, please subscribe to my channel pag hindi ka pa nakapag-subscribe. And please also hit the notification bell para lagi ka updated. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you stay safe and get stronger every day. So thank you guys. God bless you all.